So today we're installing the Good Karrma bash plate kit. First of all, you're going to need to start by removing the cover in the front. It's like a clamshell. Take that off, and then there's two braces that go between the subframe and the transmission support. After you've got that stuff removed, you want to take the center plate and go ahead and install that. Put the two front bolts in while holding it up with your hand. And then in the back here, you're going to have a couple different types of hardware. You've got a shorter sleeve and then a longer sleeve. The short one goes in the front, the long one goes in the back. So get those two bolts started loosely so you can move this plate up and down, and then you're ready for your rear plate. Whatever I did with it. Right here. Now the rear plate has slotted areas so you can slide it in underneath those bolts. And then this hole here is for your access for your drain plug. So then you can go ahead and slide this in. I like to start sideways, as you're going to have your sleeve and then your washer underneath that. Go ahead and slide each side in. Then you can get your M8 bolts, a sleeve, and a washer. You're going to do the same thing for the rear. Washer, then the sleeve. Then put the bolt through. Line up your hole. There we go. That wasn't quite in all the way. You're just going to install everything kind of loosely for now until you get your fitment right. Then once those two plates are in, you want to pay attention to this too. You want this plate to overlap the rear plate, so that right there, if you hit something, it's not going to get stuck on the next plate. Same thing with the front. The front has two bolts here. And then this plate, you're going to have to take those bolts back out now that you've got those ones in. And then this one will go over top of that one. Then you have brackets for the side here. The L-shaped bracket faces inward, bolt on the side here, and then you'll have this hardware here that goes through. You'll do a washer, and then the washer, and this goes through the L bracket. You'll put another washer, a lock washer, and then the nut. Once everything's all bolted in, you can go ahead and tighten everything up. And I'll show you a picture of what that looks like when I'm done. Okay, I'm going to show you the last part of the install is this bracket on the side. Like we said, bolt, washer, put it through the front plate, through the L bracket, one more flat washer, lock washer, then the nut, loosely installed. Now there's an order to tightening up these bolts. The way I like to do it is I like to tighten the side bolts on the brackets first while I push up on this. Okay. And then this one. Then I'll tighten up these two. Then I'll tighten up the ones we just installed. You're going to need a 19 wrench and a 19 socket. Now we're going to need a 13mm socket and go ahead and tighten up the rest of the hardware. Then you final hand torque everything, and you're done. That's your good Karrma bash plate kit.